Well, it's a little chilly out, but Nicole and I decided to come down to a park, and I got to try out my new metal detector and get used to it, so I thought this was a good place to do it. So we'll see what we can find. Well, and there it is. My first coin with my new Equinox 600. Now let's find some good stuff. Well, after a couple of bottle caps and some junk, I've scored another Lincoln. Move on to the next one. Alright, now we're talking some taco money. My first quarter. We'll move on to the next one. Oh, another penny. 1968. Getting older. Yeah, looks like one of the kitties left me a dime. More money for batteries. Move on to the next one. Well, we've moved up into the tot lot. That's Nicole from Michigan digging. And been finding a little bit of change. Just found another penny. Well, another penny. Boy, this one's really red. 1959D. Not quite old enough to be a weedy. Here we go, another Lincoln. Park's full of them. I guess Nicole's found a couple. Yep, there's another quarter. We're in the big time. Move to the next one. Well, wrestled another Lincoln out of the ground. Memorial. I'm starting to get the hang of this Equinox. Starting to figure out the tones. Working pretty good for me. Good practice messing around in these parks. Well, we're not getting rich, but we're having fun anyway. Nicole's finding a few things. She's starting to get used to that machine. Well, I previously found a 59. Now I found a 60. These are old enough where there should be some silver in this park someplace. And I'm going to find it. Well, just scored another clad quarter. Work my way up there now. Well, we're down here at a local park. Down here with Nicole from Michigan digging. And I got my first target, which is a Lincoln. It's a memorial. Move on to the next one. Well, obviously, years ago before this was a park, people were able to hunt down in here. Shotgun head stamp. I found a few of these down in here. They got to be back quite a few years back, though, because this has been a park for a long time. See you on the next one. Well, we got another Lincoln. But this one is a 1964, so we're pushing at the right years. Now I got to find some silver in here. Next hole, well, we've moved to a new park. And my second signal, my first signal was another Lincoln. And I found a nickel. Just getting used to this Equinox. I've only had it out once or twice, and I'm not quite comfortable with it yet. Still figuring it out, but I'll get there. Yep, 1 minute we're out metal detecting, and next thing you know, it's snowing again. Looking like winter all over again. Well, I'm off to look for a key. A friend of mine's daughter lost a key in their yard the other day, so I'm going to go over and see if I can't find it for them. I'll let you know what happens. Well, I successfully found the key. Didn't take me long, it was right on the surface. So now I'm going to detect the yard a little bit. Well, there's my next find. Memorial. Found a Canadian just a minute ago. And we'll keep looking. This one definitely took a shot from a lawnmower. 1982. Not old enough for me. I gotta find some old stuff. Oh, found a dime, but it's from the 70s. Not silver yet. We keep looking. Oh, there's my next target. Looks like a piece of an old underground sprinkler system. Looks like the nozzle. We'll move on to the next one. Yeah, we got another lawnmower casualty here. Got a big old chunk out of it. We'll move on to the next one. Well, got a little bit of metal detecting done today. Now I'm getting the bikes out of the garage. Getting them ready for spring. Gonna have to do a little wash up on them and an oil change. That one's mine. That's an 04 Road King Classic. And this one belongs to Nicole. That's an 08 Road King Classic. But just trying to get the garage straightened out and get the bikes near the front so we can get out and do some riding. Well, decided to get out of the house, come down to a local beach park and see what I can do. I had to get out of the house for a while. My first target ended up being a memorial. Move on to the next one. Well, I'm still getting used to this new machine, Equinox 600. So I'm digging most all targets. A 21 signal right here. Well, let's see what we got. Looks like one of those disappearing signals. Yeah, we'll move on to the next one. Well, just picked up my first quarter for the day. Looks like in Arizona, modern. We'll move on to the next one. Well, that was my next find. Getting a little older. It's a 69. See if we can find something older than that, though. I think I'm going to be heading over here to this tot lot. See what we can find over there. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. I just pulled a Wheatie out of the ground. I can't quite get a date off it yet, but what kind of intrigues me is it looks like they just put this bicycle rack in, and this looks like it's fill dirt around the edges. Now, I don't know if they dug it out of this hole and used it or what, but I'm going to have to look at this spot a little closer, see what else we can find. All right, I'm right in the same area I found the Wheatie, and I just pulled up a modern quarter. So we'll keep on looking, see what we can turn up in this spot. On to the next one. Well, where there's one, there's got to be more. Well, haven't made it over to the tat lock quite yet, but there's my next find. Modern dime. We'll move on to the next one. Well, my next target's another memorial. Right on the edge of the tot lot. We'll move on to the next one. Well, to be expected, I found some real treasure here on the tot lot. Surface find. I like that one. Not quite sure what that's doing here. Looks like a piece of melted lead. But we'll move on to the next one. Well, I'm finding my share of these today. Another memorial. Starting to figure out the tones on this new machine though. Kind of liking the Equinox. Well, that's all for today. It's getting a little colder out. The sun's starting to go down. Starting to learn the machine a little better though. Every time I go out.